Hello and welcome to Hong Kong. If you watched the previous videos, then you would know that I have been exploring Hong Kong for the last couple of days. Today I'm going to visit the very famous big Buddha statue. The Buddha statue is a little away from the city center. I took the fastest train connection, changed trains a few times. Then I went to the cable car station that brings you to the Buddha statue.
Good morning everybody, I'm on the way to the cable car station and I think I said yesterday that I wanted to ride with the cable car, but I didn't do it. But that doesn't matter, we're going to do that today.
For some reason there were absolutely no people here, but I personally love when I don't have to wait anywhere. I got a ticket for 4th and for returning back in the afternoon. And here we go already. It was still raining, but don't worry, that will change later. Now it goes to a completely different direction over the ocean, straight to the other side.
The cable car is super fast. I swear I was in just a minute from one station to the other, and also so far there aren't many people here. I'm kind of surprised.
By the way, there are also cabins with glass floors. These ones are way more expensive. For me, ordinary cabins are just fine. Now it went very quickly and quite steeply up the mountain. Once the mountain was behind you, you now could finally see how long the way still was. As it got steeper and steeper, you now, by the way, could see the airport on the left side, and then it went past the highest point already. Gradually the way went down again, and oh, what do we have here? You finally now could see the big Buddha statue. It still looked tiny, but just wait until we get closer.
I can already see the big Buddha statue, and already from here it looks massive. And I'm going to get out when I arrive at the last station, and I will walk to the big Buddha statue. The street you can see over there is going to Macau, and I tomorrow will also go to Macau, but I will take the boat.
Eventually I reached the end station in Ngong Ping Village, something like that. From there you still have to walk the last stretch to the statue. Ngong Ping Village was still sleeping. Some shops were already open though, so I got a small breakfast.
I got out the cable car and I'm eating here my breakfast now. It's black forest cake, very healthy. And when I'm finished with that, I'm going to go to the Buddha statue.
After breakfast, I made my way to the Buddha statue. The whole village looked very traditional, also very touristy. I loved how everything looked clean, tidy and well maintained. I was very happy that the streets weren't crowded at all. Maybe some people weren't coming because of rainy weather. Who knows? Uh, but I don't care about rain, so I went anyways. As I was approaching the statue, I also noticed some interesting looking buildings in the background. It looked like a temple. Later, I found out that it was a Buddhist monastery.
There's also this temple over here. I don't know if you can go inside, but I'm going to go there later and see if we can also visit that. But first we're going to go to the Buddha statue. And the staircase to that is long.
Then came the time to finally go up the long staircase to the Buddha statue. I think it was more than 300 steps. I'm not so sure anymore. But it was a challenge. That's what I know. Totally out of breath, I arrived at the top. Then I walked around the whole statue, and oh my goodness, the view was absolutely fantastic.
I'm at the Buddha statue and it is massive. I'm wondering how old it is. I would guess maybe 60 years old, but I'm really not sure. And what I really like here is the view. The view is amazing. You can see the temple, which I mentioned earlier, and also the mountains in the background look perfect.
Time to go down again, which was very easy. Following, I went straight to the monastery. To enter the monastery, I had to walk through a small temple, and then you will end up in the courtyard of the monastery. Right in the center is the main temple, and then I went some more steps up to see what's inside.
The temple is open for visitors, and it's actually not one but several. And yeah, I really like it because I just love Chinese architecture. The temples always look very colorful, and also what I like, for example, these dragons on the pillars.
The site was really nice, very calming atmosphere here, surrounded by beautiful mountains. In the buildings behind the pond is, I think, where the monks live and study, but I'm not sure. As I wanted to see a couple of other things today, it was now time to say goodbye to the monastery and go to the next destination, a small hiking trail. The hiking trail was in some distance, but not very far away. It's called the Wisdom Path, and supposedly there's where all your wishes come true. So I of course had to go there.
I'm walking along the Wisdom Path here. It's just a short hiking trail which takes around 10 minutes. And here's where all your wishes come true. We'll see if that's true. And here, everywhere are pillars where things are written in Chinese. And I guess they mean luck, happiness, peace, and yeah, you know, things like that. Oh.
These pillars, someday they will be vanished, just like your wishes. And after I had walked the whole trail, I returned on the same path back. Once I was again in Ngong Ping Village, I figured out that there were also buses going to a fisherman village, so I thought, why not just also go there? Once I had arrived in the fisherman's village, I basically just followed other people. They seemed to be knowing where to go, and then I ended straight up what seemed to be the center. Just when I arrived at the center, a boat going on a tour was about to leave, so I quickly decided to join the boat tour, which will give you a very authentic impression of the village. At first, the boat drove inside the village. It was like a trip on a river. Many houses were built directly over the water. Later on, I also walked a little bit around the village. I, by the way, managed to catch a very good spot right in the first row of the boat. The boat drove in one big circle around the village. Eventually, it now went back to the starting point. Instead of stopping at the starting point, we were now heading straight to the ocean. Soon after, the boat suddenly started to accelerate, and we were now driving along at turbo speed. That was definitely the best part. I truly enjoyed the boat right now. The turning point was now reached, and it was time to return to the village. And with light speed, we went back. boat tour was now over and I decided to explore other parts of the village. I also had a little tourist map, which was very helpful in finding interesting spots here.
So I took the bus and drove to this fisher village here, and it really feels quite different to Hong Kong. Yeah, kind of unreal that this belongs to Hong Kong. And then I took a boat tour, which only was around 15 minutes, but it was quite nice. Hello. Meow. Meow.
I was starting to feel a bit thirsty, so I looked for a small cafe. During the boat trip, I saw many restaurants next to the river, so I tried to find one.
I'm having a little break and I have some passion fruit soda, which is very good. And I actually wanted to sit close to the river here, but in the end I ended up here, whatever. And when I'm finished with this, I'm going to go to a temple which I saw on the map. I guess it will take me 20 minutes to walk there, but whatever.
I was actually already very close to the temple. It was very easy to find.
Here I came across this temple, but I don't know if it's the one I wanted to go. But I don't care, it still looks nice. And I'm going to take a look inside now. Turns out that this is the temple where I wanted to go. I have a map and I have written there that I will take 20 minutes, but it took me only 10 minutes, so I was kind of surprised. And I thought I just came across a random temple, but at the end it was the right one. So I'm now will go to another temple.
While I was on the way to the next temple, I noticed once again how really different this village feels in comparison to the city center. Here also was another temple, but it wasn't the one I originally wanted to go to, so I just went on.
That was quick. I already was at the second temple, and the whole fisher village is not so big. And now I'm just roaming around. I don't know, I might come across another temple. Not sure.
Like I guessed, I came across another temple. I mean, they're like everywhere, and I of course went inside.
Like I expected, I came across another temple, and also on the way here I also saw some mini temples, and yeah, they most of the time look the same inside, but I still like seeing these statues every time. And now I'm going to go to the bus station again.
On the way back to the bus station, guess what? There was another temple. I mean, they're really literally everywhere. Time to go back now. I didn't even realize it, but I did explore like nearly half the island, and then I took the bus back. Back in Ngong Ping Village, I definitely noticed more tourists here compared to earlier morning. I looked around for a bit before going back by cable car.
I'm going to the cable car station because I'm going to drive down with it. And yeah, there's so many people now here, so I guess the cabin will be full.
Here we go back. By the way, you can see the way going to Macau here again. I will go there the next day, so stay tuned. The drive back was incredibly nice. As it had stopped raining, you could now finally enjoy the view, and oh, it was breathtaking. Soon I arrived at the last station. From there I took the train back to the hotel. This evening they had an all-you-can-eat dinner offer, so I had to try that, because I didn't eat the whole day.
It's dinner time and I'm here eating at the hotel because it's convenient, and here's my plate, and I've got some, it looks like it's less, that's because it's already my third plate. And here I have some snail, which I never had before, and we are going to try that now. Oh, this looks scary. Honestly, not so good. It tastes like seafood kinda, but also like nothing. I don't know. Also, it's cold. Yeah. I mean, you could eat it, but it's not necessarily delicious. So, yeah.
That's it. Tomorrow I will go to Macau for the first time ever. So please give a like and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the following content. Bye bye.